with sitting yourself up really tall, pelvis on top of the sit bones. Knees can be bent or straightened depending on how upright you can keep your pelvis. Inhaling as you set the shoulders down the back. Exhaling, start tucking under, rolling down vertebra at a time. Inhaling as you hold, exhaling, slight nod of the chin. Roll yourself up vertebra at a time. Feel the abdominals reaching away from the bar and then restacking yourself up nice and tall. Inhaling, just setting through your lats. Exhaling, scooping and rolling down. Feel that you can work through the flat patches of your spine. Inhaling as you nod your chin. Exhaling, really allow the breastbone to start curling, middle back, lower back, and then restacking. Nice and tall. From here into adding the extension and rolling down. Feel as if you're pulling the bar apart, open up through the breastbone, bringing yourself up onto the sit bones, and then rolling yourself back down again. And from here, breastbone is lifting up, shoulder blades drawing toward each other, restack. And then reversing that as I come into my extension first, closing through the ribs, nodding the chin, and then rolling up vertebra at a time. And reaching up toward the ceiling, making sure that you don't overly extend through the cervical spine, rolling yourself up vertebra at a time. Right, from here, one hand goes in the center, opposite arm goes away, and then roll yourself back, tucking under. I'm sweeping through, coming into a rotation, and come back up again. And exhaling, coming to the back of the sit bones, making sure the pelvis is not rotating. And for 3, pubic bone coming up toward the navel, and let's switch sides. So again, activating through the lats, pressing down, tucking under, watching the pelvis. And for 2, and the last one. And coming back up. Right, from there we're going to come into hooking the legs over the bar, so swiveling yourself round. Holding onto the bar, pressing yourself away. From here, find your neutral pelvis, softening through the ribs, exhaling as you tap the bar back down, inhaling, creasing in the hips as you come back up. So breathing out as you press away and come back. So just allow the movement through the hip joint without rolling through the spine. So here I'm dissociating that hip joint, and the last one tapping, and then I'm allowing the knees to come in, start tucking under, articulating through the spine, not coming up higher than your upper shoulder blades. Take a breath in here and then roll yourself back down again. So this is a nice control as you find every vertebra back down, and then from there tapping the mat again. Creasing at your hips as you fold in, rolling yourself back up. Inhaling right into where the upper back meets the reformer, and then, or the Cadillac, and then press yourself away. And then building up from there, rolling yourself up, activating your hip extensors as you press your knees away, tapping the Cadillac, and then rolling yourself back down again, finding your neutral spine. So knees fold inwards, rolling yourself up. Activating the hip extensors, press yourself away, find that diagonal line before you roll yourself back down again, and then from here reversing that, rolling up, pulling up into that upright position, and then melting yourself back down again, tapping the mat. Articulating up, find that shoulder position, roll yourself back down, and let's do the last one where we combine that, so knees toward the hips, and rolling yourself up, pressing yourself away, and now I'm going to drag that shape back up again, and then roll all the way back down and tapping the mat. So from here, knees come in, articulating up, hip extensors are working, tapping, find that diagonal line, still maintaining the hip extensors, and then roll yourself all the way into neutral. Right, from here we're going to come into the side bend. Top foot is in line with the top hips, stacking the pelvis, activating through the core. Inhaling as you lengthen, exhaling, drawing yourself back up, dorsiflexing that top foot and lengthening yourself back down again. Breathing out as you lift up, dorsiflexing, release back down. As you're coming up, you're only coming up as high as you can maintain your pelvis stacked, to reduce your range of movement if you need to. Coming on to the other side. Again, aligning your body, aligning your pelvis, taking a breath in and breathing out. Inhaling, control back down. 2, and the last one. From here, we're going to come into the thigh stretch. Come into your kneeling position. Make sure that you've got support from your springs, activating from your glutes. Inhaling as I set through the scapula. Exhaling, I'm hinging back. Inhaling as you hold. Exhaling, pressing down, and return yourself to the front. So inhaling, really setting through the shoulders. Exhaling, hinging back. Keep the connection of your obliques, so watch that they're not opening. Pressing the bar down and bring yourself back up to the start. Keep your glute activation and your core activation. My head drops slightly in front of me to protect through the neck, and then from here adding the extension to it, hinging myself back, lifting the chest up toward the ceiling, and then I'm going to close the ribs, so close that position, pushing the bar down as you return for the last one. Pushing my hips forward as I come back, find that extension, allow the ribs to close, and push yourself back up again.